Hello, I am Paul O'D of Cage Legacy and the MMA Opinion. I am joined on the line today by Daniel Forde of Compound Rhino. Daniel fights Elvis Luko on April 3rd in a bantamweight contest at Cage Legacy The Aftermath live on pay-per-view. How are you doing today, Daniel?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Paul. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. I do have to ask, of course, how training is going, given everything that's going on at the moment and with lockdown. How hard has it been putting a training camp together for this one?
Yeah, I mean, there's hasn't been easy. Pros and cons. Pros, I guess I'm getting a lot more one-to-one work with my coach, pushing just rounds and rounds of pad work. But yeah, I guess like no training partners, can't do much grappling. Yeah, but no, it's not. It's been good. Like plenty of like conditions on another level. Lots of running. Lots of yeah. Like I also like I was meant to be fighting on Cage Legacy in October,
Yeah,
and we were pretty much locked down for that camp as well.
yeah.
So I've been training nonstop since I think August to now. So been ready to go for weeks to be honest.
That's it. There's a lot of fighters in that position with the kind of that they're putting camps back together from camps that fights didn't materialize, unfortunately. But looking at this event, and you talked about events in 2020 that I suppose didn't get the go ahead because of COVID and everything that was going on in the world. How significant is this event that we're coming back to MMA in Ireland, and it's the first event in Ireland in over a year for you? How important is it for the future of Irish MMA that this event is going ahead now and it's such a big card?
Yeah, it's massive. Big ups to Darren and Declan putting it together, giving us all something to work towards and getting us back doing what we love. I was lucky I got on the last show that was on pre-lockdown, so I was fighting
Yeah,
on the 6th of March. It was a K1 show in Mullingar, RFC, ran by Alan McCormack, but then the country went into lockdown a week later,
of
so
course. Yeah,
can't wait to get back in there.
yeah, it's very good. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got started in MMA and ended up with Compound Rhino.
Right, yeah. So initially I I'm from Mullingar, live in Dublin and train out a compound now with Oisin McCabe. So I started like boxing when I was like 15, 16, only very recreationally, doing a couple of sessions a week. And then my cousin Ronan, he's jiu-jitsu coach out of Lakeland Jiu-Jitsu in Mullingar. So he encouraged me to come down, came down and yeah, fell in love with it really.
Yeah,
Started doing a bit of Muay Thai then as well. Alan McCormack from Relentless. I was training Muay Thai with him and yeah, I get like he kind of set up a camp for me over in Thailand. He from the gym he was training in over there. So I actually had my first fight over in Thailand, a Muay Thai fight.
very
And
good.
then I started went to college in DCU in Dublin, moved up here. Uh, and the MMA club there, DCU MMA, is run by Oisin McCabe, who's the head coach of Compound Martial Arts as well. And got very lucky to go to DCU where they've phenomenal MMA club and coach, and now I'm living and training in Dublin full time
Very good.
under Oisin. And yeah,
Very good. And you made your amateur debut, I believe, at Akuma Fighting Championships in November 2019.
yeah.
Obviously, before that event, you couldn't foresee that there would be a 17-month break from action in MMA. Are you eager to get back started again and kind of get a fresh start, I suppose, in your amateur career?
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to get back in there. Hopefully be a lot more active this year. Like one fight a year isn't
Yeah, yeah.
what you want. Like you need to be active. You need the experience. So hopefully April 3rd goes well and we get more shows running throughout the year. And I think hopefully K1 shows be back soon. I know. I think Deliverance is it that's looking to get back going
Yeah.
in June or July. So who knows how things will go? But yeah, I just want to be active this year and looking forward to starting off the year with Cage Legacy in April.
Very good. And the boys are kind of setting the standard as well, Darren and Declan, and getting this show off the ground and showing that it can be done during these times. And it's a tribute to them. With 2020, you kind of touched on already with the training camps. Were you able to get much training in throughout the course of the year and able to sharpen those tools, if it were?
Yeah, so I was actually very lucky. I live with Alexander Yankov. He's making his pro debut now on Clan Wars in a couple of weeks. So we were hitting pads together every day of lockdown. So I guess like I didn't miss a beat really.
Yeah.
yeah, like it was able to keep me sane during lockdown, I guess.
Yeah. And you're actually making your first appearance at Cage Legacy in this bout. Are you excited, as we touched on as well, the significance of the card? Are you excited to be part of such a huge card? It could end up being a very significant card in the history of Irish MMA, and it being on pay-per-view. What does that mean to you?
Absolutely, yeah. They've managed to put together some show amidst everything that's going on. I think like 7 pro fights, big amateur title fights. So yeah, looking forward to starting the show off.
Of course, and your opponent Elvis Luko, one half of the Luko twins. He hasn't competed since 2018 in MMA. Have you seen much of him, and what are you expecting from him?
Looked at a small bit of him. I think I love the matchup. I think we match up perfectly, like both strikers. I know he has a good few kickboxing fights as well, blue belt as well. So I'm the same. I'm a striker with a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I imagine it'll be mainly on the feet, but
yeah,
I'll be confident if it goes to the ground as well. But yeah, I'm expecting a stand-up war, to be honest.
very good. And of course, with fighting one half of a twin brothers, that there's that expectation that somewhere down the line you're probably going to meet the other half of the twin brothers being in the same division. Is that something you're expected?
Yeah, who knows? They're both bantamweights, are they?
They're both bantamweights, yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, possibly. Take the 2 of them out.
Very good. Now, we like to ask all the fighters as well to tell us something we don't know about them. So what don't we know about Daniel Forde?
What don't you know about me? I guess I'm a bit of a maths nerd. I done financial maths in college. That's what I have a degree in, and I work in an investment firm. So that's my day job. So it's probably not too common amongst the MMA community. Yeah.
Very good. And we've found this out by asking this question. A lot of the guys, especially jiu-jitsu players, they're into, like you touched on the word nerd there, they're into kind of nerdy stuff and geeky stuff, that it's actually quite common, certainly among the jiu-jitsu community anyway, so you're not on your own there completely.
Yeah.
Why should we, for a soundbite, why should we tune into this fight on April 3rd?
I expect this fight to be fireworks. Two of us have fast hands, small gloves, bantamweights. I think it's going to be a very fast-paced fight. Hands flying, kicks flying. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
Very good. And where can we find you on social media? And do you have any shout outs you would like to do before the bout?
My Instagram is Daniel Forde DTF. And by way of shout outs, just massive shout out to my coach, Oisin McCabe, Compound Martial Arts. Phenomenal coach, unbelievable mind for MMA. And yeah, of course, all my teammates, and also shout out to Aaron Quinn from Lakeland Jiu-Jitsu in Mullingar. He's been put together a serious strength and conditioning program for me for this camp. So looking forward to showing off what I've been working on.
Very good. I do have to touch on Daniel Forde DTF.
Yeah. It's my initials.
Okay. I thought it was something else there.
It's my initials.
No problem. Make sure and tune in on April 3rd. You have Daniel Forde of Compound Rhino taking on Elvis Luko in a bantamweight contest at Cage Legacy, the Aftermath, and it is of course on pay-per-view, and you can get your pay-per-view links from Daniel's social media sites there as well. Thanks for coming on today, Daniel.
Thanks for inviting me on. Cheers.